was okay.
Yeah, that was good.
That was okay.
That was good. So,
All right.
the tier talks.
Yeah.
This is the first proper episode. I know if you guys have listened to other ones, we had it where it was just audio. You didn't see us on camera. But now we are in the studio. We are.
Studio itself.
Yep, we're constantly going to be improving this. So obviously the setup is like this now, but as episodes go along, we're going to have it looking more professional. But yeah.
Straight up.
Well gone, Edson. How's it going?
Bro, I'm good. I'm tired this week.
Really?
It's been like really hectic. Fucking university shit going on. You know, I'm moving to university in a couple of days. I'm still coming, of course, I'm still coming to do like the podcast and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you put me as the host. I'm the host of this show.
Yeah, but you still haven't.
He only started the introduction because I let him. I'm the host.
How can you be the host but you haven't got a 7th tier anything? No, I'm joking.
Don't put me on the spotlight. Bro.
I'm joking. Yeah, no, big man's the host.
Yeah, man.
Tier talks.
But yeah, it's just been like really, really hectic.
Yeah.
You know, just going on university shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, once that's sorted, we can just come around here every once in a while. We can just make the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been really hectic. I think with this podcast, you know, we're really my mic. I just want to.
Yeah, your mic is okay.
Yeah, just because I want to be able to lean back in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this podcast, the Tier Talks is really aimed towards showcasing creative. So as you guys know, we have the Tier Presents, sort of a shorter version of the Tier Talks, but the Tier Talks, this podcast is hour-long podcast, 2-hour-long podcast talking to creatives. So that's really what we're aiming to do with it. This episode is just a sort of introduction, so we're just going to be talking about really anything, how it is to be creative, life in general, whatever comes to mind. But do you know what, man? Like, you actually said it completely, like, you hit the nail on the head. It's been a hectic couple months, really. You know?
Yeah.
It's been mad. Like, I know, obviously, we had the project with High Rollers, which we're no longer doing, but
unfortunately.
To give you some information on what that was, we were aiming to convert a bus into a basketball bus, so have the bus have a hoop and stuff, and that was a collaboration with High Rollers and with the 7th tier visual team, but that didn't go to plan, so we are no longer doing that. But that's been stressful.
Really stressful.
How did you find that, man? Because I know, you know.
Yeah, I was on it in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, I
guess, you know, of course, with, like, you know, reasons that we cannot disclose like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can't.
It's nothing bad. It was just like, you know, I guess it was just like a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah.
We're still planning to make projects with them in the future, but I guess it's just like, you know, the moment was not great. You know, the planning was okay. The planning was, you know, as much as we could do, but, you know, the execution was just not there. So I guess we just had to, you know, click it all. You know, so, you know, like everybody did at least something that we could, you know, we had footage, we had music, we had everything. We had like the wielders, we had the contacts, we had everything to make this project successful. But I guess, you know, the timing was not the best, you know. Yeah,
you're right. Like, I think, do you know what? Sorry. Like, I think I learned like a lot, like, you know, like
it was a great learning experience.
Yeah, 100%. Like being a creative, you know, like obviously you set out to do something and you want it to be successful, you want it to work, but sometimes, for example, with this High Rollers project, it fails, and I think, you know, that's one thing you need to take in life. Like, you just have to sort of, you know, learn from your mistakes and move on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man?
Yeah, I guess it was just like a great learning experience, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess we just pick up from that and go for the next one.
Yeah.
You know, we still got some great projects coming in.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
Am I allowed to say what are we working
on? No, not
okay,
yet.
cool.
Not yet.
Yeah, so I guess it's just something that, you know, we just pick up the shit and we turn it in gold. You know?
Yeah, basically, man.
Basically. Yeah.
How you been anyway, big man? Like, sorry, I know I cut you off at the beginning, but
Nah, it's good. It's good.
like
No,
uni, how's life?
God, bro, it's stressful, and it doesn't have the right to be this stressful.
Yeah,
I guess I'm stressing a lot because it's like COVID season, so everybody's just like we're trying to do shit without dying or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get what you're
Which
saying.
for me personally, like it's not that much
Mm,
of a like if it's still a problem, but it's not as much as a problem as people put it out to be.
yeah,
So I guess everybody has their way to cope with it. So I guess I've been trying to um, cope with that while I'm trying to go on university. But everything has been sorted. I'm just waiting on this loan to come around
mm-hmm.
so I can help pay my fucking bills in there.
Mm.
It's just been a hectic time. But once that's done, like I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be, at least on the first week, I'm gonna be chilling, and then it's just like I'm gonna be heading into work because I stopped making music for a while, because of all of this. I've been helping out with the podcast and all of that, so I didn't have too much time.
Yeah,
I go home, I'm tired, and my creative juices are not flowing.
yeah, and it'd be long days as well, man. Like how it is. Like for the project we're doing with High Rollers, we'd get there at around 2-3 o'clock, and we wouldn't leave like until like 9-10 o'clock. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it was mad, and like it's crazy, but yeah, it's been a mad one for you, man. So obviously you're taking a break from music now. When do you think you're going to be back? And
there's not much a break per se. 'Cause
okay,
I'm still working on it, but not working as much as I need to have it. Like to have music come out like on a consistent pace. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm still working on a couple projects. I have a couple features coming up. I have a couple other projects that I've been working on.
Yep.
As you guys, I think as you guys know, I've been on Khan's album.
Yep. Who we had on the podcast actually. Yeah. That's gonna come out next week.
Next week, yeah. So, yeah, I've been working on a couple shit. I'm still working on a couple shit as well. But it's just this transition period that has just been on my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's not even, as you can see, like my energy is not up.
Yeah, man. But you've been,
as it is on the other
busy,
podcast.
Man.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm just really tired, Once I'm sorted with all of that, I'm just going to be taking my, starting my shit and,
I think, as a creative, you have to be careful, man, because I know burnout can be a thing. It's a real thing, man. Like, if you really don't, take breaks and you really don't, look after yourself, burnout can be a big thing. And one thing that has sort of helped me, not helped me. One thing that I've noticed is that sleep is important, man. Like, sleep is very important. Because I know last week, I was talking to you on the phone and I said that, I'm just taking a break. But how it happened is at the beginning of the week, I did want to get some stuff done, but I wasn't able to do it because my sleep, man. Like, my sleep's been terrible recently. So this week, I'm really just trying to prioritize on sleep because I think with burnout, added with what I was doing with High Rollers, with other stuff that I have going on in my life, and with Seventh Tier, and wanting to start up another business, which I'm not going to be doing anymore. It was very stressful, and having all of that when you have a good 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep is great. You'd probably be able to manage. You'll still find it hard, but when you're going on like 3 hours, 4 hours, it's not good. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. I'm living proof of that.
Yeah.
We both of us went to Chelmsford College, and you know how fucking hectic their college is as well. Like, it was just work after work, and they pretty much freeballing it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Like,
at least this year they were freeballing it because I guess everybody's freeballing it this year because
of Corona. Come on, man.
Out,
Come on, man. I can't blame people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can, but what's the point?
Yeah, exactly, man. But with uni, man, you looking forward to that, big man?
Absolutely, I'm definitely looking forward to it because it's gonna be a new experience. I'm gonna like I have a friend there, and I have other friends as well that I've been talking to. There are there. But the concept of just meeting new people, and especially on a course that I know that is going to be helping me, because I took the music course. You know, I want to be taking the music course, but not because I want to have a degree in music production. I just want to go there because, you know, it's an opportunity for me to have a good environment of creative people.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
again, I mean, over here I have you guys, and I have a couple. Like recently, I've been meeting a lot of music creators. But before, like I was like before that, I didn't meet nobody. You know what I mean? I pretty much came around here. I took the closest course that I had on music, which was film and TV, and I only took it because of sound design. I didn't want it to do anything else. I did acquire other skills like directing and filming and all of that stuff, which I do find it helpful, but it just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just me taking it because of sound design, you know, because I wanted to get closer to music and I wanted to do that. It's just, you know, pretty much, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think uni's one thing that I think, you know, us as young people, I'm not going uni, but I think from the people I've talked to about uni, that is definitely looking forward to it. I think, you know, just sort of being a young person, because I think, you know, with what we're doing with seventh tier, you know, obviously we are all, the whole point of seventh tier is to clothe creators, but at the end of the day, man, like, we're all very young. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
and I feel
very
like
young.
with
I mean, I'm just recently hit. Not recently, but like 3 months ago. Not even 3 months ago. March, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
March. I hit 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, turning 20 years old.
Yeah, I'm 20, bro.
That's mad.
Just even saying that, it just makes me feel fucking. I'm in that oblivion. I'm in that, like, in the middle of it. I'm like, it's, you know, I'm 20. I feel old, but I know that I'm still young.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get what you're saying.
Because you're 18, 19, right?
18.
18, 19, yeah. So just me saying, like, oh shit, I'm 20, I'm old, bro.
Yeah.
Just one more year and I'll be able to legally drink everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, it kind of hits, but at the same time, it's like it feels like I have all the time in the world, but at the same time I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you feel the same way as well? Like, because I mean, you're pretty much like a creative person, anyways. Like with your designs and all of that, and your clothing brand.
Businessman.
And you're pretty much a businessman. I mean, how creative do you have to be for you to have a business?
Man, I think
that's not very much creative. I mean,
yeah, it is. It is definitely
creative, as in you have to be creative to lead people. I mean, it's true, right?
Yeah,
you kind of have to be creative to lead people.
100%, man. Like, I think one thing that helps is I don't even. Do you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm not even a businessman because. Do you know what? I'm still learning.
I mean, you pretty much are.
Yeah, no, by definition, yeah. But I think 7th tier, what's the date today? It is the 7th. In 10 days' time, it's going to be the anniversary.
The 7th?
Yeah.
You got to change that back. Not tomorrow, today.
Yeah, today. Well, today we're recording this on the 7th.
Yeah.
On the 17th of September.
How fucking cool would it be if it was the 7th of July every single year?
Exactly. The anniversary or something.
The anniversary of 7th tier.
But yeah, on the 17th of September, it's going to be 1 year that I launched 7th tier, and I've learned a lot. And the reason why I don't like calling myself a businessman is because, you know, I don't even feel qualified. Like, obviously, when I talk to people about running a business, like, oh, you are. I'm not really, because, you know, I see a businessman as 10 years deep. Their business is their career.
That's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, yeah. 10 years deep in their career. And another thing that I do believe is I don't think anything's a career if you're not making money from it if that's not what you're doing 24/7. For example, like if you're an upcoming artist, but it's not your career because that's not what you do to pay your bills. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah. That's why people call them upcoming artists.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not
So
something that you're doing at least now because it's not giving you money.
exactly.
Especially, it takes a long time.
It takes a long time. Exactly, it takes a long time. So, you know, going back to your question, I think you have to be creative to lead people, definitely. Because one thing I've learned for the visual team is people work in different ways. I may say, Edson, do this, but I won't be able to say, Ryan, do that in the same way I've told you to do it. You have to adapt to the person you're working with. Exactly. And one thing that I'm a big fan of, I'm a fan of order and infrastructure. I don't like disorganization. That's the reason why I think some things like that is the main reason why I think things fail. And I think with the visual team, we're quite good at being organized. When we need to do things, we get it done properly. And I think that's what people have seen, and I think that's why Jack offered us the High Rollers project, because he saw that we were quite professional. But I feel like with leading people, you definitely have to be creative, man. Like, you definitely have to be creative. You have to adapt to the person you're working with.
Because if you have a closed mind, like how much, like just think of it on a business perspective. It's pretty much a gamble if you're investing or something, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much a gamble,
basically.
So if you're not open-minded to that, like, you do not know how to adapt to that kind of situation, like as in like, okay, so if I win money from this investment that I've done, I can do this and this. If I lose money from this, I can recover this and this.
Yeah,
you pretty much have to be an open-minded person to have a successful business.
Yeah, man, 100%. Like, you know, it's at the end of the day, man, like, you never stop learning. Like,
absolutely,
you never stop learning.
I've been telling people that for the longest time. I got people in my family, like my mom as well. I mean, to be honest, when my mom is pretty much me that I have to help with. Basically, my mom does like these DIY shit. Like if you want like a sick ass frame done for you to put it on your house, as into like the decoration like matches the frame that you want. My mom can do that for you. Like with cardboard.
Amazing.
And you fucking love it.
Yeah.
But I've been telling her for the longest time, like, you know, you need to put this online. You need to sell this. You need to sell your services. Cause she's doing like, you know, housekeeping at the moment. But right now she's not working because, you know, hospital reasons and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
That she needs to get sorted out. So money is pretty much difficulty at the moment.
Yeah.
So I told her, like, if it's like, you know, if it's this something that you want to do, like, you can definitely do it. But she's like, no, because it's too late to learn this and that. I'm 45. I was like, 45? She's 45 and she's black. Like, black don't crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So,
bro, 45 is very, like, my mom's 45. You know, 45 is young, man.
For I think as a black person, if you're a healthy black person, you'd only start getting at God's radar if you're 50.
Yeah, even 50, man. Like 50, like I think people nowadays, I think the average lifespan now, I think it's definitely gonna go up. So I feel like people are gonna live to like 100.
Bro, there's been people right now that were born in like the 60s or 50s and they're still alive today.
Exactly. So what? Even if you're 50 and you live to 100, you've got 50 more years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
50s. If you think about it like that, that is a long time. That's a very long time.
That's a really long time.
And you know, with her saying that it's late, you know, like.
That's why I kind of argue with myself. It's like, oh shit, I'm 20. I should be doing this. I should be doing that.
Nah, man.
I'm like, nah, bro. It's 20.
Yeah.
My life just started.
Exactly. I mean? You know, like I don't really like giving advice on these topics because I'm just too young. But I know I always paraphrase.
It's all about experience.
Exactly. Anyways. I always paraphrase to what people say that are older than me. And there's a guy called Gary V. You know, what did he say? He says, at this age now, people in their 20s, you know, you should really be failing. Like, you should be failing because you're learning. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Another thing that someone said, a guy called the The Real Shay. I follow him on Instagram. Shout out The Real Shay, man. Rate what you do. But he's sort of like a motivational speaker. And he said that with success, it's 99% failing. And that 1% going well. Like, you have to think, man. Like, people like Kendrick Lamar, I always bring him up because I think he's certified and I like his music. But, man, like, what was it? I remember seeing a picture of him at the beginning of the decade in, like, the early 2000s. Man just looked like a normal person, you know, wasn't really doing too much. And at the end of the decade, yeah, look at him.
No, he's
look at him. Like, he's, you know, one of the biggest rappers in America. I'm
sure he's a great entrepreneur as
exactly. Well. And you have to think, man, obviously it took him ages to get there. But do you know how many times he would have failed? Do you know how many times? Like, imagine if someone recorded the first day he made his first song up till now. He would have failed so many more times than it going right.
Exactly. I think Kanye West didn't have his first album success until I think he was 29 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, some people don't get it until they're like 50. What was it? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman started acting when he was quite mature in his age, like 50 or something. Now look at Morgan Freeman.
I mean, not even. I think he's been on theater.
Yeah,
when he
while.
Was like a kid.
I think his big break was when he was like 50 or something.
Because of his voice.
Exactly, because of his voice. Yeah.
You know, because that's the thing. Because that's the thing as well. Like men do like men or women. I you know, but I guess men when we get older, we get on our prime. Kind of, we're in our prime.
Yeah.
I think like I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman.
What do you mean, like in prime in terms of like physical, in terms of like mentally, in terms of
can be physical, can be mentally, can be The more older we get, the better we get.
In some aspects, I don't think all aspects, because I think with humans, obviously, you know, the older you get physically, the less you can do. That's just a fact. Like if you're even men and women,
Mike Tyson.
But he could, yeah, exactly.
Homie's 50 and he's fucking. Have you seen how jacked up he got? How jacked he got?
But imagine if he was 20, he would obviously be fitter.
I guess he would just like because there's, okay, yeah, of course you're gonna be, fitter like than you were, 50, like when you were 20 more than you were 50. But, that's because you're aging, but it doesn't mean specifically that he doesn't, because you got that strength, but. Once you lose just a little bit of that strength, you still got the mental to back you up on that.
I think I get what you're saying. I think definitely with age comes wisdom.
With age comes
and
wisdom.
Experience. Like that is how
men get more charismatic.
Yeah.
They know
and women as well,
who to talk. I mean, women I would say they're like, I don't know. It's difficult to me to talk because I'm not a woman. But I guess women when they're young, they're pretty much on their, like, women are younger, like when they're younger, they're on their prime. I mean, there are some classy women, the classy older women.
Listen, I'm just going to say this now, guys. Like, listen, I'm not even going to lie. I rate old women.
Bro, same.
Like, I'm talking, when I say old women, I say, like, obviously, like, if you ask any teenager, they're going to say, oh, who's more attractive, like a 20-year-old or 30-year-old? But 30, 40, 50, there's still some very good looking,
like, very attractive.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I've been having a crush on Jennifer Aniston ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
she's not my type.
Huh?
She's not my type.
She's not your type?
No.
Nah, Jennifer Aniston has been my type, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know, like there's just something about like older women, like they might. I've been
more confident, man. They don't waste time. Like they don't actually waste time.
They don't waste time at all. I've been dating older, like, at least not, I wouldn't say older women. I mean women that are older than me, just because of that fact. They just don't have that bullshit that
they don't waste time.
Most of relationships come.
Yeah, that whole I'm not gonna say I like you, but I like you. They just tell you straight. I like that.
Yeah,
I
straight
like
up.
That.
You know what I mean? They get to the point.
Yeah.
Older women are the fucking best. Oh my god.
Yeah. And men. To be fair. I'm not gay, but
men usually, like, because I would say, like, me as a 20-year-old, I've been hanging around again. Like me just generally, I've been hanging around with a lot of old people, older people, because they're just not bullshitting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
one of my best friends, I think he's like 20. He's 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm just just hanging around with older people because there's less bullshit.
Yep.
You know, they've went through that phase. You know, they can teach you some shit. Of course, you as a person will have to go through that phase anyway. But
Definitely.
But you know, once you hang around with older people, at least they can like get you to that right path.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I think it's experience. Like, at the end of the day, like in this game that we're in, like going off just old people in general, like being a creative, being an entrepreneur, doing your own thing, mastering your craft. Experience will get you so many places, man. Exactly. Experience will get you so many places. Like for example, like just going back with 7th tier, like I've learnt so much, and it hasn't even been it's gonna be a year so soon, and a year's not long, man. Like a year's not long, but I've made so many mistakes, and I'm definitely gonna use those mistakes to, catapult the brand. What should I be doing? What should I not be doing? Did this work? No, it didn't work, so I'm not going to do that. And I think just being a creative in a whole, I think it's all about that, man. You start out not knowing anything, and every single day you learn a bit more, and, before you know it, you're now on mastering your craft, Edson Duarte, 10 years down the line, will look back on this and be like, shit, man, I did not know what I was doing then. In the future, though, you're going to be a master at making music. And even then, you're not going to know everything. Because guess what? You never stop learning.
Exactly.
10 years from then, you're going to think, oh, shit, I didn't know anything then. 10 years from then, you're going to think, oh, it's going to keep on going.
You're always evolving because the world keeps evolving.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if you think that you learn everything, somebody might find out something different. And, now you know something else. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah. Yep. I've learned every fucking instrument that there is to learn. Oh shit, there's a new instrument.
Exactly.
that they found out that we can do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like,
so it's always like that.
Yeah, man.
It's always like that. You're always evolving. The same thing. Like the same mentality that you have now is not going to be the same mentality that you have a year from now or 2 years from now, because you'll always be learning.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The experiences where you do, That's why, I usually
just checking for the spiders.
Looking for the spiders, bro. Mm-hmm. There's one big ass spider right there, but I think it hasn't been moving.
Yeah, that shit's dead, man.
Yeah, man.
It's dead. Expired.
But I ain't taking no chances. Fuck that.
No chances.
Keep my guard up all the time. Yeah, trust nothing.
Don't trust nobody.
Exactly.
But
it's just like, you just keep learning, and and you just don't stop.
Exactly, man. So with that being said,
that's why I like learning languages.
Oh,
I love learning languages. I did stop for a while though. I've been learning.
Yeah, how many languages can you speak,
bro? I think we spoke about this in one.
Yeah, we did actually.
I think it was either Jasmine's one, which should be coming out soon as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I speak Portuguese, my primary language, Spanish, which because I have like Spanish uncles and stuff like that, but I kind of like fluently I wouldn't say it because I haven't been speaking Spanish for a while.
Okay.
So it's like it's something. It's like if I go to Spain, I'll survive.
Okay. And Portuguese you can speak fluently.
Yeah, Portuguese is my native language, so I can speak fluently.
Nice.
Creole, as in from Guinea-Bissau. I've been learning French as well, but I haven't. I stopped for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And Japanese as well.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just keep talking. I'm just gonna check the camera.
Cool.
Right there.
Nice. Yeah, languages are interesting, man. I remember a couple years back, I was learning Japanese.
Word.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn my mother tongue now, which is...
In a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say that you... There we go, it's recording now. Back.
Cool.
Probably going to have like a black screen.
Should we clap again?
Nah.
Okay.
It should be easy to catch up with it.
No worries.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say like Japanese is difficult?
I can't remember honestly, man, because I haven't gone back and done
I
any
would say
research.
-1 then.
Yeah, say -1, definitely, man. I do remember quite a bit, but it's all just basic. Like I couldn't have a conversation with you. It's all hello, konnichiwa. My name is. Wait, no. Nice to meet you. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yeah, yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
My name is Watashi wa Tai. And then one word. I know a lot of one words, but just because of anime. Like like nande. Like I think that means what. Sumimasen means sorry.
Or excuse me.
Excuse me. What else? Daijobu means are you okay?
Daijoubu desu.
And just words like that.
Words like that, yeah.
Yeah, I do want to learn it properly, but I think I am gonna learn my mother tongue, which is Yoruba, before Japanese, because it makes more sense. It just makes more sense. Like,
yeah, it just makes more.
Exactly.
Depending on the country that you've been born in,
yeah,
a language makes more sense to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's basically engraved in you since you were a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But those two languages, I think I'm gonna learn them. I probably will stop. I probably won't bother to learn any. Maybe French. I'm not really one to learn languages unless I don't see myself going there. I know I'm gonna go to Nigeria. I've been there before, and I know I want to go to Japan. I don't see the point of learning any other language because I'm not gonna go there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I won't learn French because I'm not.
Just even just France. A little bit, just a
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I like because I like that. I just want to learn languages that I know that are of countries that I want to go to as well. Like French,
I also want to write
Italian.
I want to be able to write.
Bro, French. Well. Write would be awesome as well.
Yeah.
French. Oh, I want to learn French, bro.
Yeah,
French is such a sexy language.
Yeah. French is a nice
Have you ever dated somebody with a French accent?
Nope. Never.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Listen to me. It's heaven.
Hello.
Hello.
Bonjour. The stereotype is very shy, very timid.
It's close. Do you know that you thinking of the stereotype right now in your head, and I can say that it's close.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Just very soft.
You know, this is my boyfriend. Edson.
Yeah.
It is. It's very close.
I was watching a video about Paris yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Is it overrated? You know,
I think
the video did conclude to like saying, don't go to any of the touristy places. Like one thing I thought is that's actually right. Like if you're gonna go to somewhere, why would you go to where all the visitors are going? You need to go to where the people that live there go to. Like if I was gonna go to Japan, I'm not gonna go to all of the. I'll probably visit all the touristy places. But
I think Japan might be different because I guess like they have like adapted. I mean, even in any other country as well, they adapt some places to be for foreigners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like Portugal does have a place that English people like any other people can go to. You know, because they're adapted. They have like places in English, because English is the universal language. So I
used to have a Portuguese friend actually, Jonathan and David. Shout them out. I'll go on. You're not gonna watch this, but
yeah. But yeah, they're like every country that you go to, they have like even in airports and shit like that, they have like places that they're written in 2 languages, or even 3, depending on how many people that go there. You know, like or the most spoken languages in the world. And they just adapt some places just so it could be accessible to tourists and people that come around. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure it would be the same thing as it will be the same thing in France. It will be the same thing in Japan as well, especially Japan, because it's really a place that, you know, especially fucking weebs like us get attracted to. Yep. But yeah, it's still not an excuse to not learn that language. But
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's more accessible.
Yeah, I think it's definitely useful to learn a language.
Exactly.
You know,
I still think that I don't want to go to Paris. For
And
some
said it
reason.
in the accent as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Paris. I don't know. It depends, because they seem as overrated. They think that it's overrated. Even like New York, like places like that. I feel like they're overrated. Like if I go there, my expectation won't meet the you know the expectation won't meet my needs.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think now, to be honest with you, I'd probably go to Paris, but honestly, man, I just want to see people. For example, like I know with seventh tier, I've made some connections abroad and stuff. America's one place I do want to go because a lot of people who I've got in contact with are from America, but I wouldn't go to just go there on my own. I'd go there to see friends because, like I said, if I was going to a country, why would I go to all of the places that tourists are going to? I want to go to the people. I want to go
The
to
locals.
where the locals are going because they know the real places that are certified, not the places like the Eiffel Tower because everyone's going to go there. I would want to go to New York and go to some Philly cheesesteak place that the locals go to because that's when you know it's the real
deal.
shit. Yeah. You know, shout out.
Because again, like
Shout
if you
out.
don't know,
Who's in America? Shout out Patty. She's
Where?
based in New York. I think
Patty, who's Patty?
Patty from Black Ramen.
Oh, Patty from Black Robin.
I
Shout
think
out.
She's the only one. Nah, I don't know, man.
Where?
I think all of them are.
Juaso?
No, he's in Philadelphia.
Oh, he's in Philly.
Yeah. But shout out them. But yeah, that's where I'd want to go, man. Sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, no, I was saying like that is one of the one more reason for you to learn the language. Because if you're going to a country that you want to go to the places that locals are, of course people will be people no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So eventually, like there will be some person that is probably gonna try and scam you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of like really useful to just learn the language, at least for me. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go to Japan as well and get fucking scammed the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Japanese people seem to be very respectful though, so I don't. You probably won't. But yeah, there probably are chances.
People are people.
People are people. Yeah.
Depending, even like with the laws that they've been like, I've seen I've done a lot of research as well, and I've seen like that people are there because they're like very educational, very conserved as well. But of course, like you won't find everybody that they're as conserved. So they'll so pretty much there'll be somebody trying to scam you and shit like that.
Yeah.
The laws and politeness and shit like that from the country seem very cool.
Very clean as well.
Very
Love
clean.
that. Love that.
So it's very complicated too. Did you know that there's different fucking bows for everybody that you encounter? I mean, it wouldn't classify too much because you're like to us because we're foreigners, but like for them, there's a bow that you can give like I think it's like 30 degrees or something like that if it's like or an eye level bow. If you're like for an acquaintance or something like that, like casual, there's a bow there. You gotta go deeper, like a deeper bow. If it's a person that is higher than you, like a higher in the hierarchy.
In what? Just of someone who's older than
your
you.
boss, somebody that is older than you. But I mean, somebody that is older than you, of course, is like it can be an acquaintance like that or something like that. So I guess it could just be like the 30 degree bow, but it's like a boss, like a very successful entrepreneur that you see in the street, like which is kind of difficult because if you don't know that person, like it's difficult to.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna do the same bow for everyone. I can't lie. I can't be bothered to.
You're a foreigner, so I guess that they probably be.
I don't think they care as well.
I mean, kind of. There's racist people everywhere, bro. Like I wouldn't. Like,
What? So if I don't bow at 30 degrees, I do like 20. Man's just gonna say, "Yo, big man."
I mean, people won't be noticing that in the street, especially like.
You have to remember something as well.
What's that?
We're black.
What the fuck does that have to?
So you know, in Japan, I was watching a video actually, like. When they do things very well. But one thing that the video said is they over-exaggerate. So, for example, a Japanese person who wanted to act American, they would go fully in. American clothing, American try and do the accent. That's one thing that the video did say. So if they, for example, if they did want to, I don't know, if they're into like African culture, there may be a problem with culture appropriation there.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much everywhere as well. Weebs are a thing.
Yeah.
Weebs.
Yeah, you're right.
Weebs are a thing.
Yeah, we probably. They probably look at us and be like, "Why are you doing?"
Imagine somebody that is like deeply.
I don't think I'm a weeb, man. I don't think I'm a weeb.
No,
That's a strong word.
That is a really strong word. I'm talking about like weebs, as in people that fucking love anime and want to be Japanese because the only thing that they think Japan is known for is anime. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's
like those deep
that's
people.
Sad. If you do that,
if you
do that, you need to get a life.
Besides being cultural appropriation, again, it's like, I think, at least for me personally, it's fucking like racist. You know what I mean?
How can you want to be... So you're basically... Nah, that's peak. If you're weird, sorry, you need to get a life, man. That's peak. Yeah, how can... That's basically saying like, yo, God, can you like do me a little exchange? Like, just change my race.
Because
quickly, that's dead. That's dead.
I don't mind people. Like, I don't mind. No, I like when people show their interest in anime and like weeb and like, you know, culture and shit.
But imagine you being Japanese,
like,
and the only thing that you're known for
is anime.
We're not Japanese, so we can't really say.
It's basically. For me, it's basically the same thing as saying like, it's basically a stereotype. You know, as somebody coming to me and say that all I eat is chicken and watermelon. Although both of them are okay. But I do prefer a nice mango over a watermelon.
Yeah.
And I do prefer lasagna over chicken. So.
Yeah. I get what you mean, man. I think you know, it's all about moderation. Like,
yeah, it's all about moderation.
Moderation. You like, if you can admire culture, and I'm gonna say in terms of a black point of view, because again, I'm not Japanese. I am black, and I have had people.
We do have a lot of more experience than any other race on that topic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bruv. The amount of people, like, I've gone to places, and it's a black event, and I've just seen the white guy in a danshiki or something. You know those danshikis? You know what danshiki is?
Yeah, I know what a danshiki is, yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, take that off.
No,
take it off. I'm like, bro,
it's fashion.
Take it off now. Take it off. Go and wear your normal tee. Don't, like, I like, me personally, I'm just like, big man, you have to look at the whole line of history and what's happened to us in the whole. Like, look, we at the end of the day, we've been taken from somewhere, and we've been put in this place, and now those people who have taken us are now trying to copy our culture. Like, bruv, relax.
I totally understand that, but it's not like that person's intent might not even be like as in copying your culture. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You
know what I mean? It might be fashion as well. I have mad Japanese clothing on my closet too. I got mad anime clothing on my closet too. Yeah. I got mad, like, you know, like fucking, I love turtlenecks as well. I'm not sure.
Turtlenecks aren't Japanese though.
No, turtlenecks are not Japanese, but I'm talking about as in like European and like clothing shit.
Lovely. Again, but that's different for us, man. We've had to be assimilated.
Yeah, still, but
like, that's different for us because we've been taken by force.
Yeah,
it's not a thing where, yo, do you want to come in? No, you're coming here now. So we've had to assimilate. We've had to do that.
But the thing you want is equality, not preferential treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You can have white people. You can have, like, of course, like when we say white people were the cause of our you know, suffering and shit like that because of white privilege and shit like that. You know what I mean? There are people that check their white privilege. They admit that they have white privilege, and they want equality for us as well. And they don't want to have white privilege. They want everybody to have the privileges, which means it's like, you know, it's like a person like, okay, you dress European, I can dress African too. One of these and one of the things as well.
No.
Like,
I disagree.
If you go
like
from the person you say like, oh, he went on this black event with a dashiki, I can see how over the top it is. Like, if that person went out of the way to actually buy a dashiki to this black event, then I guess it's kind of that's kind of stupid. Not even that.
I'm seeing, you know.
But if you want to wear a dashiki, if you're a white guy and it's like, oh, I kind of like the aesthetic of dashikis, and you want to wear it outside, I don't think that you should be blamed for it. because it's something of fashion, and it's a white person that is actually trying to understand your culture.
I disagree.
Why?
I disagree. Mate, there's a difference between wanting to be part of a culture and having to be part of a culture. Black people, us as black people, we haven't had the choice. We've had to assimilate by force. Like, this is a thing where,
Yeah, of course.
obviously, it's not. I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me because I
Mm.
am not a descendant of a slave. But in America, I know that this is the case, and in the UK as well, I know that this is the case. But we've had to assimilate. Like, we didn't have a choice. We've been here for a time, and generations over generations, not even generations, like in the third generation, fourth generations, we've now probably fully assimilated into European culture. Look at the clothing we're wearing. We're not wearing African clothing all the time. But when other races that have not had to assimilate, i.e. white people and other places, not only white people, go and now take something from a culture when it's not really theirs, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, even with fashion and style, like.
But
it doesn't. Do you know what? I may actually
this.
be incorrect here. I may be incorrect.
Yeah, get this. Imagine like you know, a white person can take inspiration from like Tisha. Let's talk about Tisha. Shout out Tisha, by the way.
No, don't shout Tisha.
No, shout out
Side dish.
Tisha.
She went to Camden. She didn't invite me.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Don't shout her out. Don't shout her out.
Tisha went to the Black Lives Matter protests, and remember what she said. She didn't want to go to the Black Lives Matter protest to capitalize on the moment. She wanted to go to the Black Lives Matter because she was interested, and she didn't say it to me like this. She was like, "Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. There's gonna be a protest. I'm gonna be so famous and this and that." She said, "Nah." She straight up. I told her like, "Oh, why'd you want to go to the protest and shit like that?" I just feel like, you know, for the longest time, like I've been kind of like not aware of this. This was even before the protests and shit like that. She's been talking to me like this ever since I met her, and she's like, "Oh, Edson, like, is it okay?" Like, she came to me and talked to me, and she was like, "Is it okay if you can tell me a couple like stuff about your culture and shit like that?" I'm kind of like curious, and I want to learn a little bit.
Tisha's an exception though.
No,
because not a lot of people are going to do that, big man.
Yeah,
listen,
not a lot
people aren't that good.
You cannot say most people because you don't know many people. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't know, like, there's 7.8 point something billion people in this planet. Like, if Tisha has one mentality, I'm pretty sure there are other million have other mentality that have a mentality like her. There are people who want to learn. There are people who don't give a fuck, and there are people who are racist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Correct. You're actually right. Yeah, you're correct.
There are people who will be obsessed with all culture. There will be people who demonize our culture.
But would we find it acceptable if Tisha, say for example, there was an Afrobeat themed party in Chelmsford, and everyone the outfit was to come in like your native clothing? How?
What do you mean with our
native clothing? So like
you're talking about
African clothing. Okay. Everyone who's from Africa, you come in your native clothing. I know what I'm wearing.
What about white people? You cannot.
You're not coming. You can't. You just have to wear what you'd wear normally.
But that's preferential treatment then. That is preferential treatment. You're not looking for equality. It's not their culture
though. It's not their culture.
But what if they want to wear, like as in like, you know, the event? What if they have a black friend that said, "Hey, I'm going to this party"? And it's like, "Oh yeah, can I come?" And it's like, "Yeah, but you have to wear."
Yeah, come. Oh, yeah, like just know that this party is not.
Oh yeah, I like this clothing. Is it okay if I could wear it? And then she says yes, but other black people say no, because they're defending their culture. They're not defending their culture. They're applying the same thing that they said that white people said.
Do you know what?
Have you seen like? I'm going to give you the best example. It's like, oh yeah. White people before, they would say like, yeah, we're the superior race and this and that, and they put us in the same prohibited sign as they put it as dogs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're doing the same thing, but not in the most extreme level. You're saying, okay, we're going to an African themed party. you can wear dashikis and stuff like that because you understand the culture. White people, you don't understand the culture, so you're not allowed to. So you're not allowed to come to this black party.
See, do you know what?
You know what I mean? Instead of saying, okay, white
But it's
people,
not.
like this party is open to everyone, but it's an African themed party, which means we're gonna be wearing the shikis and we're gonna be wearing this.
Native clothing and everything.
If you're white, you can wear your own clothing, but you can also wear the shiki if you want to, if you do understand what a dashiki is. Which one is better?
Nah, sorry, I can't.
Which
I can't
one is
have,
better?
I can't have that.
Why
No, because this is the thing. I think you're actually correct on this. Actually, you're right on this. Because I'm really trying to think now. If there was a party, at the end of the day, I wouldn't care. If some white was doing it, I wouldn't care.
I couldn't give a shit.
But I think it's a thing where people try and monetize. They try and I think.
What do you mean try and monetize?
Try and monetize. Try and make money from our culture. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that as well.
Like for
You know what I
example,
mean?
like Kim
It's
Kardashian doing this big lick. Sorry, I'm just checking.
No, that's stupid.
This,
That's
you know,
that falls under more of a category of black.
I don't really like that. But in terms of clothing,
I don't like people.
I do think it's weird though.
Darkening skins.
Yeah.
Tannings are fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit about tannings. I don't like people darkening their skins because they want to be black. I don't like people bleaching their skins
weird.
because they want to be white. You should be comfortable in your own skin because you were born in that thing.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna be if you're born white, you're gonna have white privilege and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do learn your culture and you know if you do learn the culture and if you do care about other white people's other races' lives, you're gonna get out of your way to learn them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I think I think you're right. I think I'm actually wrong on this. I think people should be able to embrace other cultures. That doesn't mean I don't find it funny or out of character or weird.
You can find it funny and out of character
Like,
because
say
that's
that
you.
African
You know what I mean?
party did go, and Tisha came in some African dress. I'd be like, "Rah, that's a bit weird." Like,
Nah, I wouldn't find it weird at all.
I'd be like, this is like.
I don't know. I guess it's just me as well because I've been always like very fucking inclusive of everybody anyways. Like I wouldn't mind, bro. I would fucking marry Tisha on the spot if I see her.
Listen, don't big her out like this because she may watch this and don't.
Hey, where did she?
Listen, Tisha, I'm just saying you. I'm looking in the camera right now, yeah, and I'm gonna say this on the mic. Like, obviously, yeah, you're getting attention. This guy says every 20 seconds that he wants to marry you. Ryan says that he wants to marry you as well. Listen, you're not all that, okay? You're not all that.
Damn, bro.
You already know that you're not all that. But I'm just trying to keep you in your place, all right? Because I don't want you to be thinking that, oh, I'm the shit. Oh, no, you're not, all right? There's plenty more fish in the sea. You're one fish, big man. I'm like, I'm just making sure you keep a level head.
Yeah.
I'm making sure you keep a level head, and I'm not joking. I am making sure you keep a level head. I think that you're an attractive girl, but listen, do not let Ryan's.
You're hot, but you're not all that. That's literally what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, basically, that's what I'm saying.
You're somewhat attractive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're a good-looking girl, but listen, don't be thinking you're the shit like that. Yeah.
You're somewhat.
Also,
attractive.
next time you go to London, Camden, sorry, invite me.
After fucking demolishing her.
Yeah, invite me.
Fucking funny.
Invite me.
For those out of context, Tisha is one of the photographers that works with us, and like him and Ty, like her and Ty, like just keep bopping heads. They like clash heads all the time. Like I don't even know why.
Yeah,
like,
listen, this is the thing. Like, this is the thing that I really, really love now. Like, I think right now I'm just in a stage where you can't really fuck with me like that. Like, I'm like not even like it's not even Tisha. It's not even Tisha. Like right now, like I've really thought. No. This is the thing though. I've really thought though. In the past, some people have said, "Oh, you should do this." I'm like, yeah, cool. But I'm really thinking, are you really qualified to tell me what to do? No. So now I'm on the stage where I'm just I'm ruthless. Like
we've been had this conversation.
I'm ruthless.
Yeah,
like, I'm ruthless.
You've been more ruthless. Like as in like, it's funny because with me you talk normally like we're pretty much like we're pretty much on the same page all the time.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, cool, yeah, cool. And it's like, oh no, this and that. Of course we do have like our disagreements and shit like that, but it's not disagreements as we're gonna fucking kill each other and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we pretty much like have like healthy conversations. But every single time Tisha enters a fucking room,
Yep.
You do like a complete fucking 180. Like you turn into a different person. Like you fucking like.
Listen, like there has to be a balance. Like no, this is the thing. There has to be a balance. And even now, it's outweighed. Like you have two people who think she's really attractive, yeah, and one person who's saying that Tisha, you're not all that. Even then, it's unbalanced. Like we need one more person on my side that's saying, Tisha, you need to chill.
Here's the thing.
You and Ryan,
Ryan,
obviously you're making jokes. But listen, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't get to her head like that.
Nah,
I'm joking, by the way. I do like Tisha. She's a nice girl.
Yeah. You guys are friends, but it's like every single time, it's like you just turn into a different person, bro.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Because I will fucking beat your ass, and like Tisha's like, try me, bitch. It's like,
listen, don't even try me, Tisha. Like, I'd actually fuck you up. I don't care about this equality, no hitting girls. Like, listen, if you want to talk about equality, girls should be able to hit. If girls can hit men, men can hit girls.
Okay, bet. I mean,
listen, I'm not even joking. Like, you think I'm joking?
True.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
That goes under the equality shit, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all about equality. Like, at the end of the day, no one should.
Off of that Tisha tangent, though.
Yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, no one should be able to hit anyone else. But I think if it's fair for a girl to hit a man, then obviously
defend yourself, man.
You have to defend yourself. Like you have to defend yourself.
Out of your way to beat people up.
Exactly.
The fuck?
Exactly. But and most of the time, yeah. One thing I've realized, a lot of the time, girls will actually start first. Like it'll just be playful things like, oh, stop here, or imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if it was the other way around, even as a joke.
I hate little hits. Like
bro,
as you did it like
yeah,
that.
But girls are more likely to do that though. I've noticed that.
Yeah, but
like,
you
in
gotta,
a relationship,
once you gotta set your boundaries though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta set your boundaries. Like you say, like,
listen, don't touch me.
Don't touch me. It's not like you're gonna fucking sock this bitch in the face if she does that to you one more time. But you just gotta say, hey, I don't like little hits like that. You know what I mean? Like I've been telling people that. Like in relationships and shit like that. Like if somebody hits me, I'll just straight up tell you. Like either like I don't tell them in front of people because I'm not one to like embarrass you. I'll just pull you to the side and say, look, I'm like next to the public. I already told you I ain't like when he hit me and shit like that. So just stop or else like there'll be consequences. Not consequences as in yo, I'm gonna fucking Mike Tyson the fuck out of you. It's like I'll leave. You know what I mean? Because you're not respecting my boundaries and shit like that. And I've been that. Like I've cut a lot of friends out of that. Because they don't respect my boundaries and shit like that.
Yeah, man. Like, I think at the end of the day, yeah. Like me personally, like I've just like now. Yeah. Do you know what? Even while I was growing up, like my lifestyle was very strict. Like it was very strict. Like I grew up in a very Christian household. Do you know what a Jehovah's Witness is?
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness, yeah. My parents were both Jehovah's Witnesses, so there was a lot of stuff I wasn't able to do, yeah. And obviously, I don't really follow the faith now. I just don't believe in it. But even now, I've kept not some of those teachings, but in some aspects, a strict view on life. You know what I'm saying? Like even with professionalism, yeah. Like
give us an example, like
for example, like with business, like I feel like everything should be done professionally. Like and also boundaries need to be set, like you said. Like me personally, because I've just started out 7th tier, I know it's been a year, but that's just starting out really. That's not a long time. People who are not qualified have come and said to me, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that. And a couple months ago, I used to listen to all of them. Like I used to always listen to advice and be like, yeah, I should do this, I should do that, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm just starting to realise, hold on a minute, what are you doing? Oh, you have no money, you. Actually, I'm not going to say that because that may be outing people. But you don't own a clothing brand. You don't even know what it takes to own a business. But you're telling me what I should do with my business. And furthermore, whose business is it? It's me. It's my business. So you can't really tell me what to do unless you've owned the clothing brand, which is doing very well, or at least you've owned the business. If you haven't done both of those, then shut your mouth. Like, don't tell me anything.
I mean,
like, I think that's the thing, man. Like,
I do agree with you, but you can have like constructive criticism,
but with the
like,
from the right people.
Yeah, from the right
people,
or just people that want your best in general. You know what I mean? You can have the choice of listening to constructive criticism and not listening to constructive criticism, but in the end of the day, it's you that gotta decide what to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you. It's only you that has the choice of, yo, I'm gonna take this advice and I'm gonna, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's only up to you. It's the same thing that I do with my music. It's like, you know.
I'd never give you music advice, man. I'd never give you music advice. I'd only
even
give
if
you.
I asked.
No.
Because
mate, you know how I am with advice. I always say the same thing at the beginning.
The thing is
I always say, my advice doesn't mean anything. The only thing I'd give you advice on is like with social media. But even then, I am not the right person to go to. Even then, I could try and give you the best advice I could, but mate, I'm not a social media genius. But
as a person, I take your advice because it's like, okay, you're trying to help me. That's it.
Yeah, but sometimes, but then it depends, just because you're trying to help doesn't mean you are helping.
True. Very true as well.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'd never give you music advice. If you want to go to music advice, go to someone like Henry. Strange H.
Well, of course, yeah, because before I didn't because as like me, this is how I used to carry my client shit. When you ask me for a piece of music for a thing, of course, like when you're not a music producer, of course you don't know what you're doing sometimes. But I take like little comments as in like, oh, can you change this da-na into a da-na-na, da-na-na, and shit like that. You know, like little comments like that. And I'm like, okay, but does it like, I'll ask little questions. Oh, okay, but does it fit your shit? Does it do this? Does it do that? And I was like, yeah, this and that, this is okay. This is fine. You know, like it's just like little comments like that. I'll take it and I'm like, okay, will this work? And if I do it, it's like, okay, this was constructive criticism. If not, it's just like, okay, this was constructive criticism, but it wasn't that great. You know what I mean? So it's always like it's like little. Everything in life is like that. You know what I mean? For example, before I went into this music shit, I wanted to be like a doctor, like a science, like a biologist, because I was big on science before. Like back in the day, you know, I was like learning about animals and all that shit. But then I was like, I like, it's interesting to know about it. It's kind of like interesting to have a conversation about it, but it's not something that I want to do, because I don't think I'll be happy stuck in the laboratory and shit like that. So I was like, I'll just focus on music. I wasn't that great on music before, but then I started training and I started focusing and I got a little bit better. But people around me, like families and shit like that, they were like, I don't think you should be a I don't think you should be a musician. I think you should be a doctor. And I can take that as constructive criticism, as in, okay, they want me to do this because I guess it's just a big paying job and shit like that. But my response to that is, okay, I'll take this advice, but what if I'm not happy? You know what I mean? And that's my contradiction to their advice. So you kind of have to take it on, like I'm giving you this advice. It's like you kind of have to take it on that term. It's like, okay, some people want the best of me, but in that category, this advice will fit and this advice will not fit. And people sometimes they just want they give advice, but they don't have a business and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, but sometimes they just give an advice because they think they know better. Sometimes they really don't. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they don't. Like sometimes I guess the people are surrounding you, from what I've seen, they don't give good advice because they just think that I'm a voice, so I'll
Yeah,
probably
like
just
one person told me the other day, like again, like this is the thing, like on the spot, yeah, I don't actually disagree with them. I think, oh yeah, you got a point, but whenever I think about things deeply, I'm like, you're incorrect. So, for example, someone told me you should do your videos like this,
Mm.
and the channel that he showed me the video on was something completely different to Seventh Tier. Like it was very different.
Mm.
And at the moment, because I was watching the video, it was a sick video. I was like, yeah, I should. But then, whilst I was having my shower today, scrubbing myself, I thought, hold on, we do the completely different thing. Why are you telling me to make the video like this? They do something completely different to what I'm doing. So
exactly.
why am I?
That's why you gotta say. That's why you gotta go back to them and say sorry.
Exactly.
It just doesn't fit in my.
Exactly. I won't even
aesthetic.
go back to them. I'll just next time they give me advice, I'll listen, but it'll go in one ear and come out the other.
Exactly. That's it. That's pretty much it.
You know
That's
what I'm
all.
saying?
That's all you gotta do. It's like, okay, thank you for. It's like not even okay. Thank you. Well, I'll use it. It's like, thank you for your advice. That's it.
Mm.
You don't need to say yes or no to them. If you follow it, It's up to you. You know what I mean? Because it's just something because it's your business. And the end of the day, it's your decision. So
Yep.
the director, like, of course, like when you have like other people, like for example, like a media director or like a sound designer like me, of course, like decisions like that would kind of impact because we kind of know more on that side than you. But
Yeah,
again, in the end of
this is the
day-
thing, and
But again, in the end of
yeah,
the day, it's your decision because it's your business,
yeah,
and you're the one who's got to take that decision and shape it however you want it.
yeah. I mean, with anything to do with media and stuff, again, I don't know anything about it. I just leave it to the people who are good at it. For example, like you, Ryan, Tom, Judah.
But if you do want, on our side as well, kind of on our side, I would say, we kind of have to take your advice because you're the one who's
Yeah,
taking
it depends
doing
on
business.
what I want the video to do,
Yeah.
on how I want it to do. Like for example, with I just hit the mic. For example, with something like this, with the tier talks, I'm wanting it to be long format
Yeah.
where we speak with creators for a long time. The beginning of the video always has an introduction, says a bit about the person we have on.
Yeah.
Because again, like for example, man, I was watching Joe Rogan. Obviously we're different to Joe Rogan because we're nowhere as big as him. But the people he gets on don't need an introduction because they're so big.
Because they're big, yeah.
Exactly. But for example, now we're working with a lot of upcoming creators. No one knows them, so they do need an introduction.
Of course.
So with the tier talks, you guys will see in the podcasts, we always have an introduction at the beginning, and then we go into the podcast and just talk to them about what they do. But yeah, that's how I want the videos made for this. Which, to be honest, I'm editing these at the moment.
Yeah.
But
so
I can control that.
You need to find a better editor, somebody that.
Yeah, someone who can just edit
Yeah.
videos. Do you know what? I think at the moment, that's not the main priority. I really just want people who, are reliable, and people who can give me direct dates. Like for example, like the only thing I really need, man, because at the moment with editing, I can do all of that on my own. But the only thing I need now is, for example, something like this. I would want 2 cameras. I want 2 cameras. 1 camera on you here, 1 camera on you there. And I want 1 person just moving around, seeing if all the cameras are good. That's it.
It's kind of difficult to move around over here, but I do.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Like I
saying?
said, yeah.
Or just 2 people. We could get 1 person on 1 camera. That's it. That's all I need. So what? We have that on the team. We just need them to get dates, like set dates. Tom and Ryan. Tom and Ryan. But again, they're quite busy at the moment. And what else do we need? We need editing. I could do the editing. If my editing's not good enough, we can, when we're here, we can double check it. I can double check it with you. That's it, man. That's it. And all we need is an infrastructure and order. Set dates. Have a date. Every Monday, we record in the studio.
As I told you, like a good place to scout now would be college.
Yeah.
because you know you got the kids who want work experience and all of that stuff. They wouldn't mind for money at the moment as well. So I guess if you want to pay them, that's your choice. But
Yeah,
like,
I'll think about
place.
that. I don't even know if we need anyone from college because we have Judah, we have everyone we need.
Yeah,
really.
but it depends, like, you know, because Judah spends
busy,
most time. Judah like spends most time in London.
Yeah,
So
I'll see how the coming weeks.
Most of our team is scattered around.
Yeah, I'll see how the coming weeks fare. But yeah,
we just need to talk to them and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is it, really. Should we just end it here?
I mean, if you want to keep going, we got like a limited amount of time. We don't need to do anything else.
We don't need to do any. Well, we do need to edit some videos.
Or you can make this like in 2 parts, like an hour from here, an hour from now.
Yeah. We'll do that. I'm gonna close the video just in case we don't do the other part.
Yeah.
Yep. So
this was this
Tier Talks introduction episode to the podcast. Sorry.
We talked a lot of shit. Actually,
yeah, man.
We've been on fucking tangents.
Exactly.
We did a tangent on a tangent on a tangent.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the coming podcast. As of right now, as we said, this is a beginning podcast, but we have a lot of certified guests, a lot of cool creatives coming on the Tier Talks.
Indeed.
The podcast itself, we're constantly going to be improving the sort of setup. So if you notice how we record change in the following episodes, then you know that we're moving up in the world. But yeah. Make sure you guys follow 7th Tier on all of our social medias. Make sure you check out our clothing. We Clove Creatives on our website, and Lavender Ronin. Shout yourself out.
Hey, follow me on Instagram at lavender_Ronin. On Twitter, I'm Ed Ronin. Follow me on Spotify. I'm on Spotify, Google Music, Apple Music, SoundCloud. Just follow me everywhere. The links will be in the description anyways. Everything will be in the description. Just look at that and we'll set for it. Got more music coming up. Got more podcasts coming up. And I will see you next time.
Later, guys. See you later.
See you later.